So, Pokemon Academy. I really liked it. I played it on our Ptarmicon Convention on the weekend. Got to teach it, got to play it a few times. Absolutely adored it. I'm even thinking of buying a version of this and then getting into the card collection. I think they're kind of cute. My kids would probably go, "Oh, Dad, really? Are you 12?" This is a game that youngsters can play as long as they have more or less a reading, some measure of a reading skill. Most of it is Archon driven, and as long as they can know numbers, they can easily say, well, if I have one energy, I can do 10 points of damage. So it's not that hard to play. I think that it's a really good, solid, easy game to play. Certainly goes into my 5-5-5 game. It's collectible. Some of these cards can be worth up to 80, 90, maybe more. The one guy, one of the kids who bought a couple packs, pulled out a couple cards that were worth $80. Amazing, right? They're only good for the people who are collecting them, but this game can be played from 6 to 60, and I'm 65, and I loved it. So that gives you an idea how I really enjoyed the game. My kids loved it back when they were growing up in the 80s and 90s, the cartoon, and now, if they had an opportunity, I should send a set to each of my kids. I bet you they would get a real kicker. I get my grandkids might enjoy it. But anyway, that is it. I hope you liked what you saw. I went through this hopefully fairly quickly. I do encourage you to like my video. Click, click, click. I would love for you to smash the subscribe button and, of course, get notifications. Keep an eye on my channel over the next few months. It will be changing. We will be moving into a space. I will have a proper studio, or at least a better place to record. We will be moving into my store, Tabletop Games. We will be moving into my store, Tabletop Games and Collectibles, which is owned and operated by Edward Butt, owner of both Tabletop Games and Eats, that is the Tabletop Cafe, and I will be curating their collection for family games and light to middleweight games. We'll probably have a few heavies, but we really want to concentrate on you coming in, having a really good time, and being able to play a game in a couple hours. Do you want to play a longer game? Not a problem. Come on upstairs and visit me, and you can have one of my tables. You can sit there till the cows come home, or until I get tired and kick you out of the store at 10 o'clock at night. We will be open late on Fridays, so if you want a hankering and you want to play till 11 o'clock at night, just arrange with me, because we'll probably close it at 10, but I won't have any issues you coming into the store and you want to stay an extra hour. We'll make sure that we're all set for you. We'll also be allowing you to set up a game. So if you decide you want to play Gloomhaven and you need a table for a weekend, let me know. We do have a private room. We will be able to solve. If you want to play something like Gloomhaven over the weekend and you don't want to use your home, we can take care of that for you. We will have a private room. You can set your Gloomhaven up all weekend. You can come in and spend the day there. We can cater. So, you want food, drinks, pop, snacks. We can do all of that for you. You just have to let us know what you like. Anyway, that is it. My name is Harry Jacobs. I am the North of 60 Gamer, and I will be talking more about Tabletop Games Cafe and Tabletop Games and Collectibles. See you next time, everybody. Goodbye. Have a great weekend.
Welcome to the Pokemon Trading Card Game Battle Academy.
Hi everybody, my name is Harry Jacobs and I am the North of 60 Gamer, and welcome. Today we are looking at Pokemon Battle Academy. This weekend I had a chance to play it a few times and teach some players at a Ptarmicon Gaming Convention, and it was absolutely wonderful. I so much enjoyed this game, and it's not a game I would have thought to actually ever play. But I was asked, could I teach it? And I said, well, I don't know how to play it. And So somebody who knew how to play it taught me in about 5 minutes. And this is a great game, and you can see it is for 6 and up. Now, the Battle Academy, I'm going to show you in a minute, has 3 decks made specifically to teach you how to play. And if you, my kids loved the Pokemon back in the day. Of course, my kids are all grown up now, but I think this game is approachable at a young age, and some of the cards are valuable. I think that there was one person who pulled an $80 card, and it's a Pokemon card. But without further ado, I want to go down to the table. Let's take a look at the game box. What's in the game? The setup will show you. This game makes it very easy to set up because it has the battle arena, which is just a game board. And so let's open it up and take a look. So I should say first that here is the Battle Academy. This is not a regular edition. In fact, it was bought at Walmart. So it runs about $20. I think 401 Games had it for $19.95. There was a bigger $44 one, but that was out and not available at the moment. But there is a great number of expansions. I looked it up on, I think, on 401 Games, and there was like thousands of products, packs, and different things that you can buy for the Battle Academy just to collect the cards. But this is the box right here. It is very, very simple. As I said, this didn't run more than $20 at probably Walmart. You can pick it up anywhere, really. And yes, 401 Games did have it. One of the unique things I really liked about it is this dual... oops, he's got a lot of things in here. Actually, 2 rules references in here. But one of the boxes is missing the rules reference. This one comes with a 2 deck and a tutorial guide for both Pikachu and Cinderace. And the beauty of it is that the cards are numbered, and what you can do is put them in order and then teach your kids or a family member how to play the game based on what the order of the cards. And it takes you through about the first 3 or 4 turns in here, and basically you would, Pikachu I think goes first, you don't shuffle your deck. You come over here, read what it is, and says, now go and play the next player. After both players are finished, so you will set up, and then it'll tell you who's going first, and then that player goes first and does whatever this says. Then you flip over to the next player, which would be Cinderace. Do whatever Cinderace is supposed to do, then flip back and forth until you're 3 or 4 turns where you're comfortable with that. And of course, the rules references that give you a little bit more insight into some of the rules and terms. The game itself pretty simple. You've got various counters to count life. We have the EV deck, which is a special deck that is beyond the basic decks. These are the 2 basic decks. Each deck, I think, has 60 cards, and there's some rules around creating decks, but these are playable right out of the box, which is what it's supposed to do, and we'll show you that. And then here's the half of the board. The other half looks identical, except it's the other side. The active spot is where you put one of your Pokemon. The bench is where you're going to have other Pokemon sitting there waiting to be swapped into the active spot. You will have your prize cards. You'll play 6 cards here. Basically, the first person who gets to 6 prizes wins the game, and your deck in the discard pile. If you run out of cards, you lose. Things like you can't take the cards back, much like Magic. But that is as simple as it is in this particular box. So hopefully you'll join me when we go through the tutorial, and I am going to put the decks in order. I am going to run you through the first few turns on both sides to show you how it plays. This will be available in the store to buy along with all the other paraphernalia, mats, sleeves, the game itself, expansions, ready-made packs, fancy stuff. So please join me in a moment at the table to learn how to play Pokemon, the training card game. And then when you're ready, when we're open, come on into... And when you've learned the game and you're ready to expand, come on into Tabletop Games and Collectibles and buy more decks. Play other people in the store. We will have tournaments. We will have events based around Pokemon and Magic and other events. But if Pokemon is going to be your thing, come join us in the store. challenge me to a game. Maybe I'll make up a deck. Anyway, down to the table. We'll see you in a minute. And here we are. We're just looking at the Pokemon board set up. Here is the bench. Each side has a bench. The active spot, the deck, the discard, and the prize cards. Now, normally we would deal out 6 cards, and we will deal out 6 cards. And every time you, I don't want to say kill a Pokemon, but eliminate. Let's say eliminate a Pokemon. You're going to take a prize card. The first person who eliminates 6 Pokemon wins the game. Exactly the same. The active spot, the bench, the decks, the discards, the prizes. And that is all there is to the setup. Here tells us all the things that we can do on our turn. We will take a card, we'll put a Pokemon out, we can retreat, we can play a trainer, we can play support cards, and they're all in these decks. Now, normally these particular decks would be in numerical order. Unfortunately, I just mixed them up because I've already played, plus I can't read the numbers. They're really, really tiny. Like, go ahead. Right there. If you can tell me that number in the comments, you go for it, because I tried to put them in order. I couldn't tell the 1s from the 7s, the 3 from the 8s. So I just gave up. But that's okay. We know how to play. I don't necessarily need the booklets, but they do come in numerical order in the booklets, in the box. When you open up the rules give you there's 2 sets of rules, one for Pikachu, one for the Cinderace, and what you would do for the first 4 turns is just follow the bouncing ball. There are cards that make you shuffle your cards, so eventually these cards would not be in order anymore. So, but with that being said, we have our counters. These are our life counters. We have 10s, 50s, 100s. The game tends to be fairly fast. You could probably play, depending on the draw of the cards, probably less than 20 minutes a game. Maybe faster. I lost pretty quickly the couple times I played. So that's what Pokemon's all about. This is the Battle Academy, of course. I think there's a pretty neat package. As I said, it's about $20. So with that, we're going to start showing you how to play. And the first thing we will do is to take 7 cards. So we're ready to go. The first thing we do is give each player 7 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. We put it in our deck space. We'll take 7 cards for Pikachu. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now, what we're looking for now out of these 7 cards is a basic card. Now, I know the writing is really, really tiny. So, if we look at all of the various different kinds of cards, we have a trainer type. We have a basic. So, a basic is what we're looking for. We have a stage 1, which is a upgrade to a basic card. We have an energy card, a trainer, and we can only play 1 trainer, and we can play gadgets as well. So there's some gadgets. So as you can see, we did have 1 basic card, which is our Sizzle Pod. So what we would do is put it in the active spot, just like that. In the 7 cards over here, you can see we have some energy, we have a trainer, we have another a supporter, we have a trainer, which is a gadget, a support card I believe we can only play 1 of, and we have Blitzel and Yamper, both basics. So I like the idea of putting Blitzel here and Yamper here, just like that. That is the setup. Then we take 6 cards and deal them out prize card wise. 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we do the same thing for our opponent, Pikachu. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is it for this setup. Now we just have to determine who goes first. So this is not the coin that comes with it. And you can see we have a bird on one side and a ship on the other side. So the bird is going to be heads or tails. Pokemon, let's just say Cinderace will be heads. And we rolled what looks like heads. So Cinderace is going to go first. So the first thing Cinderace is going to do, of course, is turn over her card. The one thing Cinderace cannot do is attack on the first turn. So we're going to go to the hand. And we're going to draw a card. We're going to draw a single card to our hand, which is a Centicorch, which is an upgrade to Sizzlepod. Excellent. So that's the upgrade. So what we're going to do, even though we can't attack, is we're going to energize, which can only play one energy, and we're going to upgrade. We are going to then use our trainer, Hop, who lets us draw 3 cards. 1, 2, and 3. So we have another Sizzlepod, and we have a Great Ball. So I think we'll put the other Sizzlepod, we'll put our Sizzlepod down here because we can put that down. And I think that's all we're going to do this turn. We can't attack because we're not allowed to attack on the first turn. We will turn over our cards here. Our opponent will take 1 card. First thing to do is he's going to energize our zapping guy, and he'll be able to do 20 damage. He's also going to energize his Yamper, or he can only put 1 energy down, so I can't energize that. And let's see what else we can play here. We have a Potion, heal 10 damage. We have a Shauna, shuffle your deck, hand into a deck, then draw 5 cards. A Great Ball and a Switch. So let's try the Great Ball. The Great Ball basically says, look at the top 7 cards of your deck. You may reveal a Pokemon you may find there and put it into your hand. Shuffle the other cards back into your deck. So we're going to take our first 7 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now, you do have to declare the Pokemon. Let's see what we have here. We have a Stage 1 Blitz, which is good, actually. So we're going to actually take the Blitz into our hand. We have to take these 7 cards, shuffle them back. So there's lots of opportunities to be able to shuffle your deck. So you're never really too far away from anything interesting. Let's just see here. So what he's going to do is upgrade his card here. He's going to declare his attack and do 30 damage because he only has 1 energy. And we'll bring that up right there. He can do 30 damage. But if he has 2, he could do 70. So he's going to do 30 to our center. I can't. As I said, I can barely read these. Oh my God. Scorch. Okay, what else can he do? There is no limit to the amount of cards he has in his hands. I think he likes what's in his hands at the moment. Actually, he's going to use his Shauna and shuffle your hand into your deck and draw 5 cards. So he's going to do that right now. And that's what a Shauna does. That's one of our trainers. And we'll draw 5 more cards. 2, 3, 4, and 5. That didn't really help us. Oh, I think we shuffled the Shauna into the discard pile. Excuse me, folks. I don't know why I would have done that. Let's take that Shauna out. When the deck is empty, the deck is empty. So it's important to make sure that you don't put your Shaunas. There's Shauna, or one of the Shaunas. We'll put that in our discard pile and reshuffle. Bad, Harry. So you must discard Shauna and then do what the card says, which was to draw 5, put your hand in the deck and draw 5 cards, which we did. I think we're going to use our device, our great ball, because I really am not too keen on everything that's in my hand. Actually, we're okay. We are going to play a basic card called Mork-Pico. And that would be the end of our turn. We have attacked. We've come over back to us. We're going to take our card. We are going to play a Volplix. We're going to place an energy card. Well, until I get another one. I think the idea is I'm going to play Great Ball, which is a gadget, a trainer. And take 7 and get a Pokemon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. We have another Sizzlepod, a Larvister, and a Volplix. And we'll put out the Sizzlepod. Here we go. We'll dot another Sizzlepod. The rest have to be shuffled back into our deck. And interesting whether we should be planning ahead, because he's going to do 70 damage. I'm going to do 100 damage to him if I get there, but he's going to do 30 damage. Oh, and I got a 40 damage here. Whoops. So he did 30 damage the first time, so he's going to do 70 more, and I'll have one more turn after that. So we're going to start building for the future. We're going to put our energy here, and we're going to attack, of course, and we're going to attack for 100 points. And I think that's all he's going to do this turn. Of course, we come over to here. We grab one card. It's a wild charge. It's a Zenora. And this is a Shinx, which we don't have. So I think what we're going to do is he's going to attack an energy. He's going to attack. Put an energy card right here. So he's anticipating that he's not going to be able to prevent that death. So rather than waste that, he's going to come over to here. Then he's going to play his Great Ball to take 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And grab a Pokemon out of this. We have a Sphinx, which I think we need, actually. Yeah, we only get a Shinx anyway, so we're going to play that. Put that away. And I'll show you the Shinx. So basically, I didn't really show you what's on these cards. This is its life 50. Energized the first time is worth 10 damage. Energized with the electric trolls is 20. Some of them, like the Mork-Pico, is 2. This attack does 30 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. Doesn't apply weakness or resistance for benched Pokemon. So targeted spark. So this is one of these ones that you can actually target behind the scenes. As you can see, I have stage 1, but Luxio, which is the stage 1 for the Sphinx. The thing is, though, that the card cannot be upgraded on the same turn that it is played. So you cannot upgrade on the turn that you play it. We're going to do damage. We're going to do 70 over here, which makes this 100, but he still lives at 130. And that is the end of the turn. We're going to come over here. We're going to grab one card. We have an energy, so we're going to put that energy here in anticipation that that is going to be moved up eventually. Put that over there. Hop. So I'm going to use Hop to draw 3 cards. He's our trainer. 1, 2, and 3. And we can have as many cards in our hands. We'll save that. Stage 1. So that's pretty much it, but I think what we'll do is put that's a stage 1. So we're looking at a Loretta. So let's leave the sizzle page. Okay, that's all he's going to do for now. So he is going to take his 2 energy, and it's 3 energy here, 1 energy. So he's going to only do 30. So he never did 100 damage to him. He only did 30, actually. My mistake. You have to watch that. That's right, because we were doing that. So he's going to attack this guy for another 30, of course. 10, 20, 30. So we should have 60 on there now. As we do. There we go. And we put 2 energy under here, which is good. The cards have a little warp in them, unfortunately. I don't think I can do anything else here. Energy retrieval, no, not yet. Switch, I don't think is a good idea at this point. And the Shauna might be a good idea. Shuffle your hand into your deck and then draw 5 more cards. So he's going to do that. Whoops, he did the same thing he did before. Shauna goes here. So we're just going to shuffle this up. And draw 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And see if we got anything interesting. No, nothing interesting at all. So what's he going to do is, I think he didn't. Did he play? I don't think he played an energy this turn. So well, he doesn't have an energy to play. He could do a Pokemon, a bug catcher, or he can do the Pokemon catcher. Flip a coin if it's heads, he can switch. So that might be a good thing for him because he is going to die. So he's going to play that, and if it's heads, he can switch. And it is tails, so that's not happening. That's too bad. That's all he can do this turn. He's done his damage. He's done. We come over to here. He takes his 1 new card. He has, let's see what he has. He can upgrade his Sphinx. He can put an energy on his Sphinx. He can play a basic Sphinx. And that's all you can do this turn. Now he's going to attack him for 70. That's it for this character. His energy and characters go into there, into its discard pile. He has to move up one of his characters into the active spot. And he collects a prize that goes into his hand. And that is the game. I don't need to go any further because it just goes back and forth till all the prize goes. Games are gone. You play your cards, you battle, which we've seen is very, very simple. It's your turn, you battle, depending on how much energy is what you trigger. Some of these have actual effects where you flip coins, and in every coin you flip heads, you get 10 points. There's one that does 80, and then you can flip a coin and it'll do 80, and you can flip a coin again and do 80. So you can do up to 240 damage. But that is the entire game. Very, very simple, fun family game. I really enjoyed it when I played it. So let's go up, have a quick final thoughts, end this off, and we'll get going. So, Pokemon Academy. I really liked it. I played it on our Ptarmicon Convention on the weekend. Got to teach it, got to play it a few times. Absolutely adored it. I'm even thinking of buying a version of this and then getting into the card collection. I think they're kind of cute. My kids would probably go, "Oh, Dad, really? Are you 12?" This is a game that youngsters can play as long as they have more or less some measure of a reading skill. Most of it is icon driven, and as long as they can know numbers, they can easily say, well, if I have 1 energy, I can do 10 points of damage. So it's not that hard to play. I think that it's a really good, solid, easy game to play. Certainly goes into my 5-5-5 game. It's collectible. Some of these cards can be worth up to 80, 90, maybe more. The one guy, one of the kids who bought a couple packs, pulled out a couple cards that were worth $80. Amazing, right? They're only good for the people who are collecting them, but this game can be played from 6 to 60, and I'm 65, and I loved it. So that gives you an idea how I really enjoyed the game. My kids loved it back when they were growing up in the 80s and 90s, the cartoon, and now, if they had an opportunity, I should send a set to each of my kids. I bet you they would get a real kicker. I get my grandkids might enjoy it. But anyway, that is it. I hope you liked what you saw. I went through this hopefully fairly quickly. I do encourage you to like my video. Click, click, click. I would love for you to smash the subscribe button and, of course, get notifications. Keep an eye on my channel over the next few months. It will be changing. We will be moving into a space. I will have a proper studio, or at least a better place to record. We will be moving into my store, Tabletop Games and Collectibles, which is owned and operated by Edward Butt, owner of both Tabletop Games and Eats, that is the Tabletop Cafe, and I will be curating their collection for family games and light to middleweight games. We'll probably have a few heavies, but we really want to concentrate on you coming in, having a really good time, and being able to play a game in a couple hours. Do you want to play a longer game? Not a problem. Come on upstairs and visit me, and you can have one of my tables. You can sit there till the cows come home, or until I get tired and kick you out of the store at 10 o'clock at night. We will be open late on Fridays, so if you want a hankering and you want to play till 11 o'clock at night, just arrange with me, because we'll probably close it at 10, but I won't have any issues you coming into the store and you want to stay an extra hour. We'll make sure that we're all set for you. We'll also be allowing you to set up a game. So if you decide you want to play Gloomhaven and you need a table for a weekend, let me know. If you want to play something like Gloomhaven over the weekend and you don't want to use your home, we can take care of that for you. We will have a private room. You can set your Gloomhaven up all weekend. You can come in and spend the day there. We can cater. So, you want food, drinks, pop, snacks. We can do all of that for you. You just have to let us know what you like. Anyway, that is it. My name is Harry Jacobs. I am the North of 60 Gamer. I will be talking more about Tabletop Games Cafe and Tabletop Games and Collectibles. See you next time, everybody. Goodbye. Have a great weekend.